It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel 6 o'clock to the hour. Hell. Welcome back to Across State Lines, episode number 2. I am your host, as always, Austin Skinner, joined with my compadres here, Joe Sweet of Tampa, Florida, and Screech
Hello.
Monroe of upstate New York.
What's up?
Gentlemen,
Screech.
it's been a month, and I'll tell you, as we talked off air, it was a son of a bitch trying to find articles.
Yeah, not easy. So much shit happens, but it's kind of like, I don't know if we want to talk about that one, like some of the stories you hear is like, okay, this is cool, but it's like really thinking about it, you're like, what is the best story that I've read? I mean, you read the same stuff, it's like, this and that, but it's like, I want to find something that's gonna uh, be out of the park, beating around the bush there, something that's different, but you're right, it was hard as
I don't know what
shit.
you guys are talking about. I found mine like that.
Screech, why don't
By
you
that,
explain?
I mean like 4 minutes ago.
You went out and made the story yourself. You're gonna go out there and start doing a bunch of shit.
I didn't want to spoil it, but I'm the guy. This podcast is gonna be short.
I think what we touch on, as we talked about, before we started, getting everything going, was that I think the initial concept is we were going to just share one article, but I think, some of the feedback we've gotten very positive from some of the viewers, and to those of you that listened last week, excuse me, thank you so much. I mean, it's a start, we're excited. I think the turnout was good. I had a lot of positive feedback from some peers. I'm sure you guys did as well, so thank you for that. But I think initially it was, we were going to just share the one article, but we kind of feel like might as well just share them all, like let everybody hear what everything's going on, because there could be a crazy ass story that Screech has in New York, and to not hear about it would suck. And then for us, and the same thing, and then for me. But I think it's going to be better that we just kind of we share all three of them as in one show, just so that way we've got a lot of stuff that we can really kind of dive into there. But I think this is going to be good. This is a real test right here. Granted, still some things we're going to have to work out. This is the first one of the format, so we'll play around with it, see how it goes. But I'm excited. I think we have some good shit here.
Yeah, not really only that, to touch on that, as far as being called across state lines, how can you say that if you only read one article from one state? So it's almost apropos that we each share our article. And as Joe mentioned, it'll give a little bit more variety to each show. You're not hearing from one person, you're going to hear from all three of us. So things are dynamic here on Across State Lines. Things are going to change. We're saying this now, and who knows what's going to happen next month. But that's why you're going to have to tune in.
We may say next month, screw it. We're not gonna talk about anything at all. It's just gonna be Screech doing a set the entire time.
Right.
3 minutes.
Screech, you got any new material? Anything you're working on?
It's really dark, but yeah.
I want to hear it.
Okay, I tried it once at a show and I got some ooze. So, I actually have an open mic tonight. I probably have to go to a little later. Don't go.
Well, it's good. It's ready to. You're ready to go now.
He says.
I tried to do a joke about Benoit and like how like he's a really good wrestler, but like I wouldn't take family like ideas from him. But
no, I tell you, that would be a sleeper joke. That's what it would be.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody's tuned in enough to know what that.
Yeah, they don't know who he is. Yeah. The ones that do, they liked it. But
right.
What was the joke? Oh, right. So I think it's like. So my friend got pulled over for drunk driving, and I learned something that day. I learned something not to do. It's look over at him and go. So to be fair, I also didn't see the child. I didn't have the heart to tell him I saw the dog.
And we'll talk to
Um,
you guys next month. Thanks so much for
yeah.
tuning in. We
Bye,
appreciate
guys.
it.
This has been Family
And
Hour.
you know what? I just got an email from the SEC and we've been canceled.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
great. Appreciate it. No, that's see that's I think
That
it's the
joke goes
delivery.
okay. It needs work.
Yeah, that joke is not a hit and miss. That's a hit and run right there.
Oh
That's
Oh
no,
what
who
that
my
stays?
is.
God.
Um,
Oh my
but
God.
I say it's like it's a delivery and how he does it where he's like it's
You know,
like
that's the best part. Like, I'll do a set, right? I'll do a show, and like I'll get off stage, and they'll be like, your delivery is really good," and then they go to the bar and ignore me the whole night.
hey, you did a great job up there, and then you see
Yeah,
him at the
your
bar.
jokes are okay, but the deliveries are awesome.
And then
I
they turn around and
yeah,
go, "Poof."
I'm gonna go walk in
yeah,
traffic real
yeah. That
quick.
was a good one. Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
Yeah,
believe I saw
good set.
You,
that.
you walk out there and go, boy, hope somebody hits me now. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's New York for you, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, but hey, that's one crazy story. That's probably something that might have happened. Is that your story? Did you just turn into a joke, you sick bastard?
No, what was it? I forget why I was thinking of drunk driving one day. I wasn't thinking about going and doing it. I should say it that way.
Yeah.
But I was,
Screech does drive, folks. So be
but I
forewarned.
only do meth when I drive. So you guys,
It
I'm
helps
really
them
sure.
focus.
It
Screech
might
is
not be
there.
focused on you per se, but I will after I hear the thud. So
Perfect.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a scary
I was
situation when
very.
you hear Screech Monroe's got his license. You're like, oh boy,
I don't have that
stay
yet.
off the road. Oh, excuse me. When he's got his learner's permit, excuse me. He's
Yeah.
45 years old and
Gonna get
and
my
he's dry.
ARP card before I get the fucking license, dude.
He's on Medicaid
ARP.
already. Son of a bitch.
Oh, dude.
Holy shit. Poor
Oh
Screech,
shit.
man.
Well,
I'm gonna
Screech,
get it. That parallel
would you
parking.
want to share what? Say that again?
Parallel parking is a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of skimmed over it. I can make some stuff up about it though, if
Well,
you
here,
want.
Screech, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you read your article. I know it takes you a while to read
To
through.
read. Remember, it's the sound it out.
Right.
The yeah,
Right.
separate
I'm
out the
stuck
words.
on is
Oh, Screech.
is my
Let,
nose.
let's
All right.
hear it, Austin. Let's get into it.
Well, so again, kind of back at the top. Yes, it was very difficult to find articles. I noticed that um, I got more, national and worldwide news than I could find like locally to Ohio. So that kind of sucked. But I was able to find something here, and this is out of Cleveland, Ohio, which is a little over an hour from where I live. Posted back on July 13th, 2025. So still, relatively recent. Trying to find something from September 2025 was, damn, that was difficult. But here's what I had. Here's your headline. I buy crack houses. Your house is trash. Billboards drawing criticism in Cleveland. And here's our story. A billboard that reads, "Yes, I buy crack houses," put up by what appears to be an out of state investor, is drawing sharp criticism across Cleveland. After backlash from community members and city officials, that particular sign has been taken down, but others like it remain in place. Local real estate investors Avery and Tanya Mullins said the signs go too far. Uh, and if you guys could see, and you know what, maybe I'll link in our description links to each article. But the
Yeah, I've
signs,
just pulled it up right here so I can see this. And
yeah,
yeah.
the signs are very funny. And it actually even goes on to say that there's been like defaming of the signs. And so one of them said, something about the, real estate king. And they've got real estate scratched out, and then it's king, and then somebody has spray painted of bullshit underneath that. So just kind of a lighthearted thing. It goes on to say here, that this Tanya Mullins, who again is a Cleveland local, um, she's reading through it. Yes, I buy crack houses. Your house is trash. I'll pay cash. Apparently, these ads are coming from a guy named John Williams, who's a self proclaimed investor from out of state who has launched a highly visible campaign across greater Cleveland area. Um, and this Mullins lady goes on to like talk about, the crack epidemic in the United States and remembering what it did to her neighborhood. So, what might be funny, kind of on the surface, is seeming to trigger some of the locals who have been around for a while. But it caught my attention, and I thought that the signs were pretty funny, to be honest with you. Apparently, the conclusion is most locals are fighting to have all of the signs taken down. And as of now, Williams, the man whose face appears on the billboards, has not responded to any of those requests. So that's what's going on in Cleveland as of July of this year.
Yeah, reading that too is like I see there's a point where Tanya says, "What's your point? I didn't understand." And I sit there, it's like, what? I don't understand. How do you not? And it's like she said that it wasn't, it just wasn't funny. But I'll be honest with you, if I saw a billboard like that, I'm like, holy shit, that guy knows what the hell he's saying, man. Like he's smart as hell about it because these billboards, you're driving past that shit every day,
Right.
every single day.
Right.
Like you're seeing it every single day. And I was looking at it as I was looking at the article here, and I think the one that I pulled up was from it was Fox 8 in Cleveland.
Yep, that's the one I have.
And yeah, I pulled it up, and then I saw the picture of him down in the corner. He's just smiling. He's like, "Your house is trash. I pay cash." And I'm like, that's smart as hell because I see these little signs like when you're
Yeah.
driving around like on the street where it's like, I'm paying cash for your house,
Yep.
and you're curious about that. But I mean, like, put up a big fucking sign,
Right.
like somebody's gonna see that shit. How many do they have? How many billboards did they have?
I believe there were
Is this like,
several, and it's all around Cleveland. So it's not like it's just downtown. This guy has paid a pretty penny to use this as his advertising campaign. But I think my favorite thing is like straight out boldly just calling it a crack house is just
oh yeah, right off the bat.
that's just
Well, reading here
unhinged, dude.
in your article, like what Avery Mullins says is, I remember when crack first hit.
Right, right.
That's and I'm sitting here and I'm like, you remember when crack first hit? Did you take a hit of the crack? I think that's, to me,
That's
it's
whose
like,
house it is.
I mean, shit, she's getting all up in arms, and I mean, I get it. She's like, I remember what it did, to my neighborhood. I don't know much about, I don't know if really Ohio or, I mean, crack is everywhere, but like, I don't know
Yeah,
how
but
big it is in certain
I
areas.
think that especially kind of in the more rural areas of Ohio, that it was a big thing. And Cleveland's not a huge city. Um, but I mean, every city in the United States was, 1980s crack epidemic, fucking not good. But it's
Yeah,
funny
thanks for me.
because I know the houses this guy's talking about. I know what they
Oh
look
shit.
like. Like I know what he's referencing. So it's just funny that he's coming out and just saying, "Hey, I buy crack houses. So let me know."
Yeah, like you got a crack house, I'll pay you top dollar. Now the question is the people that are in these crack houses, are they doing crack and selling it to him so that they can get money for crack?
Double dipping.
Because like I would say this, if I'm a crackhead, right, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I know at least 18 houses where I can get some good crack. I'm gonna go and sell my house to this guy, and I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna go sell. I'm gonna go buy, sell this house now to him, and I'm just gonna roll in the money. It's just that's what it is. You
Right.
there's untapped potential in that crack house market down there, up
I
there,
think
where
so.
it's just Holy shit, man. But I just think, I mean, crack is not, I mean, no joke. I mean, crack sucks. I mean, I've never done crack. I don't think anyone here has ever
Screech,
done
let
crack.
us know. What do you think of it?
Yeah. I mean, have you done crack, Mr. Screech?
No, not yet. It's not on my.
Oh, you heard it there,
Trying to lose
folks.
weight,
Not
you know?
yet.
He's getting around to it. He just got his license now. Crack's next.
Yeah, I want to ruin my life
one
afterwards, you know?
yeah, one thing at a time. One
Yeah.
thing at a time.
Yeah.
He's riding a different high right now.
Right.
Okay. We don't,
Yeah,
we don't
sobriety.
I just think, but then you look at it as like, if I'm reading as like, Tanya Mullen says, you can't do this in a demoralizing way. You have to approach this with empathy and heart. So is she saying like empathy and heart of the signs, or is she saying like, hey, if you're gonna want to buy a crack house, you got to be more empathetic about
Sounds
it?
like
Is
she
that what she's?
fit the wrong way. Like, I think the dude was genuine. I think the dude wants to, change the neighborhood up a little bit
Right.
and
Fair.
make it a better place. And he thought, I have a good sense of humor, and I'm also in the real estate. Why don't I just, put these signs up?
Well, and I think that is what it is. I mean, if you, like I said, or at least hinted to
You got
before, I know what he's referencing. And it's somebody who's not in real estate. If you say to me a crack house, I know what to picture. So to me, it does make sense in this fact that, like, if I'm an owner of said rundown shitty house in a shitty neighborhood, what could be quote unquote described as a crack house, you know what? I'm calling this guy. I'm calling
Yeah.
John Williams.
Yeah, and I look at that like that, and I'm like, shit, man. You're right. I call him up, hang him up, and reading it is like that. The signs drew attention of the city officials in that area, and I guess one of the officials, Blaine Griffin, I believe, posted a video in front of the now empty billboard where it message once stood, and he said, "We need to deal with them appropriately. We need to boycott them, not support them." So I get it, but it's like, you think about it as like, I don't think the intentions were there to, he's not saying like, hey, crack is good. It's saying like, look, your house is run down. Because when we think of, and I'll be this, maybe not everybody, let me speak for myself. When I think of a rundown house, my first instinct is that's a drug house, that's a crack house.
I mean,
Right?
yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Preachy stuff.
It may not have been, it might have just been abandoned, but I mean, it's like, if you see 18 people coming through, each scratching their neck, lines, then something, something's
Yeah,
going
of
on. I
course.
mean,
Like
it's,
stuff all over their face.
yeah, I mean, it's just interesting because I've seen some billboards that are questionable. There's one that I'd see at Screech. You might have seen it up in New York. Is there's a billboard that where somebody says it'll say like, come see me for facials, and it's got a picture of somebody up there. And
Where is this
now,
billboard? I am Googling.
right, but it's not meant to be like, that kind of a facial. And viewers at
Right.
home,
Right.
hopefully you understand what we're getting at. It's like one
False
of those,
advertising, dude.
right, it's one of
Somebody
those,
goes to the place is like, I'm ready.
yeah, I saw your billboard. What's going on? I'm ready to go. I took a
Got
big blue pill out in the
in my
car.
back
I'm ready to go.
pocket.
I saw this. There's this billboard, and my wife, she can attest to this. We were driving in St. Petersburg. We were going downtown. We were going to Adam Sandler concert. And we've seen these billboards before, but we don't pay attention to them. But one time we looked and it said, it was two guys, these two doctors, right? And this is what you picture, it looked like a cover of an album. You got one guy, he's standing like this, one doctor, the other guy's there, they're smiling. And it said on the billboard, it was like, permanent male enhancement for life.
Ooh.
So like you can get your peen just bigger forever now. Like, so like it's a surgical thing. Like they some places.
Oh, is it Dr. Goldfinger? I think
is that
it's
a real
Dr.
person?
Yeah, Dr. Goldfinger's got a million signs across the state of Florida. I can't remember what he does.
Let me see.
But it might be something like that, which is really funny if that's who it is.
Let's see.
He might be more plastic surgery. I'm not sure.
Which, by the way, there's a ton of those.
Yeah.
Down here, and they're on every corner. You're buying, you go and you're buying a thing of ice cream at the ice cream parlor right next door. I'm telling you, you got to, that's marketing right
Yeah,
there,
you could just get your lip
So
filler done next door.
right, exactly. A lot of what I see is like non-surgical penile enlargement.
Mm.
So and I've seen some of those billboards. I want to see if I can pop one up on here to look. Yeah. So you see some that'll say size matters. That's one that I've seen. And it's just crazy. Like you see some of these.
See, so you gotta be creative, right? Because there's
You
these
got
other
to be
guys out
creative.
here. If you're not writing "I buy crack houses" on your sign, nobody gives a fuck what you're buying. You gotta
No,
catch them.
like
There's one that I
exactly.
used to see. Nothing to do with any of what, but it was like divorce, and it had like somebody, and it looked like they were sticking the middle finger up, but it was the ring finger.
That's creative as hell.
Yeah.
That
At
is
first, I was like, "Is that
creative.
the finger?" And then I was like, "That's good." I hate advertising it, so I
No,
buy
see,
it.
shit like that's funny because you know what? Think of it. It's the only medium where you're gonna allowed to still do that. You can't run ads like that on TV, maybe radio, but to be
Yeah.
that flagrant with advertising, I don't know. Billboards might be the only place where you can still do that kind of shit.
I
Well,
mean, yeah, and it's
what was
yeah.
it?
Continue. Go ahead, Screech. No, go ahead. I want to hear it. What do you guys say?
Wasn't it? They used to do advertisements about like this is Fred. It was like a boner pill commercial
Yep,
where
yep.
it was like Santa Claus and everyone was smiling around him.
Yeah, the whole commercial. He's on the
I don't
golf
know if his
course.
name was
He's
Fred. Yeah,
smiling, and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I was reading, so not to piggyback about our male enhancement here, but just think about this, okay? Methods that you can do this. You can get a penile implant, okay? So it's a surgically implanted device used for treating erectile dysfunction. All right, or you can do it's hyaluronic acid fillers. They
Ugh.
increase penile girth. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like it appeals to everybody. Small dongs,
Skinny
lengthwise, and
ones like
then
a Slim Jim. You need to beef it
yeah,
up a little bit.
chodes and all that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Button on a
So
fur coat.
right, it takes care of those dicky dudes. You can't see
Yeah.
your dicky, now you can.
Right.
So it's wild, but but you're right. Being creative is what you have to be.
Right.
And I'm sure that, with the billboards up that way, I'm sure that he's not going to take those down. I mean, I
No, and I
read,
did read further. It looks like he has like half a dozen signs.
oh
So
damn.
you got to think he's paying a couple thousand for each of those. That's a big investment. And not to mention, he's got to have the art and all that shit made. So he's
Yeah.
probably got quite a bit of money locked up in those signs. And unless they force him to take them down, I imagine that he
But
probably
he's getting free publicity
exactly.
because people are upset too. So it works out for that.
Exactly.
Creative as hell there, man. And I mean, that's the kind of stuff that like you don't think about that as like if I would have seen that, I'd have been like, okay, I can understand why some people may have their issues with it, but it's one of them things where it's like it is what it is. It's advertising,
Yeah, given the
some
medium, I think it's okay. Them being billboards where kids aren't necessarily looking at that, or, the only people who are reading that are going to be the adults driving on the way
Mhm.
by. So I think you get away with that a little bit more. But that's the story I had from here in my lovely state of Ohio.
It's a hell of
Screech,
a story though.
Okay.
do you want to take over?
What do you
Yeah.
got, bud?
Me. All right. I gotta pull up my phone. There we go. All right. Worker slashed with knife by coworker during fight at New York State Fair, troopers say. Do, 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 do.
When was this, Screech? What was the date on this article?
Shit. I read it. Oh, here we go. Right at the top. It was the 31st. It was updated on the 1st of this month, but it
Oh,
was
okay.
the 31st. It was published of August.
Cool.
Um, at 11:30 a.m. Um, uh, Geddes, New York. A man was arrested earlier Sunday after state police said he slashed a coworker with a cutlery knife.
Oh,
Uh, they got into like an
What does that
argument.
mean? What do you mean cutlery knife?
Cutter-
Like a
like
like an
so
actual, just like a legit
like
knife,
a
or is it
kitchen.
yeah,
like a
well, yeah, they got into argument
damn
in the it's like I can't pronounce the place's name, but they I think it's an Italian restaurant because
Santillo's?
yeah, sausage. Yep, Santillo.
So, so he bring the knife into the fair, or he got the knife at the fair?
No, I think it like was a spur of the moment like
Holy
argument.
shit!
Uh,
All right. Well, let's hear. I'm intrigued now. I mean, all you had to say was, man stabbed coworker New York State Fair, and I missed the fair this year, so I had heard some bunch of shit had happened. So I'm intrigued, especially Santillo sausage. I mean, that is sausage to die for. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I can understand. So let's hear it, man. Keep going.
okay, if you insist. Yeah, I was at it. They had an argument at the food stand around like 12:53 a.m.
Mm.
Oh wait, nope, that's not true. That's when the officers showed up.
Wow, they didn't show up till
You
after
can't tell
midnight.
I went to a 2-year college for a reason, everybody. I didn't do my
What
homework.
time's the fucking fair open until?
Well, I think they're
Fucking
closing up. They
midnight. The
probably
fair
were
opens
like
at
really frustrated by the day.
Uh,
And if you work in a kitchen, I guess
yeah.
so
it's pretty
they
heated.
open that shit at
No
10
puns
o'clock, but
intended. Uh,
I I think a lot of the workers, I'd imagine, you probably get there early as hell, but I mean, I don't think they close until at least midnight.
So this is happening while they're closing.
yeah,
Okay.
Wow.
some spokesperson, her name's Jennifer, she's a police spokesperson,
Mhm.
said this. During the argument, I'm not gonna say his whole name just because he's not proven guilty yet. His name is Brandon. He's like a 25-year-old dude from York, Pennsylvania.
Mm.
He slashed his coworker, and they don't say the coworker's name. I think it's like a victim thing. They don't want
Sure.
him to find out he's
Hmm.
or whatever. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But he slashed him on the cheek uh,
Wow.
with a
Damn.
culinary knife. The victim was taken to Upstate University Hospital for treatments, and Brandon was taken to the Justice Center downtown to wait his arraignment
Hmm.
in Cap Court. I don't know what Cap Court is, but yeah.
I'm not sure.
Wow. So it says that he was charged with second-degree assault and third-degree criminal
Yeah,
possession of a weapon. So
third
holy
degree.
shit, man.
Both
Holy
felonies.
shit.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
and the whole thing is like, okay, you get in an argument at work, right? And these spaces are very confined. You're either on a food truck. I would assume it wasn't a permanent building, Screech, right? It's just
No,
one of
I
these.
feel like it's already hot. Uh,
Yeah.
Especially when that happened because I was like, was that the last day of the fair? I don't know. Like it was the second to last
I
day,
think it,
right?
it ends a bit. I think it ends. The fair always ends with Labor Day, right? So cap court, mind you, I looked is centralized arraignment part. So cap court is specialized court designed to handle initial criminal court appearances,
Mm,
arraignments efficiently, especially during off hours. So it's something that had happened, probably when they were off hours. But yeah, so I
gotcha.
feel like yeah. So continue, Screech.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Wow.
It's Labor Day. Of course, they're going to be at a cap court.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. You got it. You got it. The judge is probably son of a bitch. I have to go in today. Holy shit. What's
Somebody
somebody
got
do?
cut
But
with a fucking sausage
He's
knife.
like,
yeah,
fuck this, and he shows up with his like rubber duck thing that he has in his pool. What do you call it? The rubber thing that you
His
yeah,
inflatable.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And he's still got his swim trunks on.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
he's like but he just comes in. He's like, listen, I'm not no cameras in here. We're just gonna do this. He just lays the gown over him and says, I'm done. Well, as you read that and you said slashing the cheek. Now this is gonna go back a little bit, but I don't know if Austin thought this, but the first thing I thought, especially Screech, when you read this story, remember your Facebook photo when you were
Oh
the
yeah.
Joker for Halloween all those years ago. And as soon as you said slash, I wish that we could find that photo where Screech wrote for at least 7 years. It said
I
he
didn't
was
even notice.
Heath Ledger's Joker, and he was like, "You want to see how I got these scares?" Now,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
And we didn't tell him that for the longest time because we thought it was hilarious. But like it's
So
not a
I think
funny
you guys told
situation
it
that.
as soon as you saw it. Yeah.
And you were like, "Fuck it, I'm too lazy to change that
Well,
bullshit."
I changed it, but I didn't realize it until you guys told me.
I love it.
But yeah, no, but that's a
Which one of
crazy
us?
ass. Did you go to the fair this year at all?
I went I think the last day. It was awesome.
What'd you think?
I was kind of, I don't like going. I don't like. I think it's the older I get, the less I like dealing with actual people.
Yep.
But I actually kind of liked it. I had fun.
The
Uh,
last
I
time
tell
I
you,
was in town for the fair, I think my biggest gripe, mind you, it's huge now. They've extended it
oh my
so
god.
far
yeah.
since me
Like the
growing
remember
up.
like the Midway, right? Like
Oh
where
my
the old
God.
Midway, holy shit,
Yeah.
dude. The grandstand and all that. Yeah.
Totally way pushed further out. But my whole thing was like, it sucks that, you go to the New York State Fair and you can barely enjoy it because all you can smell the whole time is fucking pot smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that kind of took it away for me, but it was a staple growing up, man. I can't remember though
Oh
hearing
yeah.
people fight
They
with
tried, they
cutlery
tried to
knives.
confine the weed smoke,
The smoking, right?
but
They have
nobody
like
gave a shit
designated
about the
areas.
rules. So
Yeah, people light up
like, you
right in the
can
middle
smoke in
of
front of the
fucking
cops. So,
crowd. Yeah,
yeah.
they don't care.
I remember because I think one year did I think during the pandemic, I think the fair was canceled or something. I don't remember what happened, but I think the following year, you go to the fair. And my wife and I, we had gone, and they're like, "You make sure you wear your masks in the buildings." And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "It's fucking 80 degrees out here," and I get it, but it's like I'm not gonna keep this shit inside. If I've got 9,000 people that aren't doing it, well, all right, you know
I
what?
know.
If I get it, I fucking get it, but like it's just you think about the pandemic time is like, how that'll happen, everything was changed, but it's like you're right, the fair is a staple, and it was like you go to the fair, everybody is you're tight as shit, you're crowded, you're
Yep.
stuck up,
Yep.
you're trying to get through. And that's one of the things that like people hate about the fair, but it's like, but that's the fair. You're expecting to be in those
It
long fucking
wasn't
lines to
wasn't
wait.
that bad. The when we
It's
went.
definitely. I feel like the numbers this year have decreased. I think they
Have to
start to
be.
decrease as it goes
The
on.
beginning of it, there's a lot of rain and stuff, so not a lot of
Yeah.
people,
Uh,
and it was
Yep.
cold.
yeah. I tell you, I think I went to last year was the last year that we went, of course, before we moved down here, and it's like nothing really changes except for expanding it, things like
Yeah.
that. But it's
They
like,
did
Yeah.
get rid of some of the Native American spot. Like we
I,
were finding
I did notice that.
that
Yeah.
was
which is
the house part.
very shitty.
Yeah. Well, I feel like no offense, no one really goes to there. I think really.
Whoa, 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 buddy.
Hey,
No
buddy.
offense to them. So what's their excuse?
Well, there you got like the bullshit there. Like I
To
think
buy like a
Morrisville community.
$300 beaded necklace.
It's
And I
hand
I
got
gotta
beaded,
it
you
up there,
asshole.
and I was like, "Ooh, I like it." And then I looked at the price, and it was like, "Is that $2.50?" And she shook her head, no. And I just,
Shit, I one time bought a shirt from the fair. Now, mind you, these are I bought a Patriot shirt,
oh,
from the fair years ago, and I remember what it was that I bought, and it was like $29, whatever, ridiculously priced. It's the fucking fair, And I looked at my card, and I was $290 they charged me, and I went back to the fair the next day. I didn't have a ticket, and I went to the cop, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, but I don't have a ticket, but I'm here to refund my fucking purchase because this was $29 and I got charged $290." So I'm walking around the fair and I'm trying to find this tent, and I'm like, "Holy fuck, I don't know where the fuck it is. These sons of bitches got the fuck out of there." So
Oh
I'm
my
they
I'm
don't
God.
walking
even go
around. No,
there.
I'm
They
walking
didn't
around.
even work
Finally,
there.
I found it. I finally found it, and it's probably I think it was sitting all the way in the back, and I was like, "Hey, by the way, you guys overcharged me." Like, "Oh yeah, we're sorry about that. We knew." And I'm like, "The fuck you mean
But
you knew?"
Oh
did
my
you change
Yeah,
God.
it? You have
they did
options?
refund it to me.
So
Oh,
Yeah,
then
they
thank
did
Joe
refund it to
slashed
me.
him on the cheek with a fucking cutlery knife, right?
it
And
was
fucking fuck
you.
you, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
dude.
was there. Haha. That's fucking
So
crazy.
I actually have a cool. Oh, it's cool. It's funny. A little weird. There's this dude this year who had like a Bigfoot thing going on there.
Hmm.
Uh,
What?
yeah. So he has like this like Bigfoot. I put quotes for those of you out there. Uh, he had it in like a case. It clearly was fake.
Was it
Like,
Bigfoot?
I mean, I wish it was, but I bought a T-shirt of it. It says Bigfoot Energy, but the dude is like, he's like Crocodile Dundee type of. He's crazy,
Oh, yeah.
like or
Fucking
like
Paul Hogan,
Dog the
son of a
Bounty Hunter.
bitch.
He's more like Dog the Bounty Hunter, like
Oh,
one
Oh,
of those
shit.
guys.
Yeah.
And his ex-wife, he has a tattoo of her on his ass, and he's gonna like get it like covered up as Bigfoot. That's so good. That's so good.
That's
He's
such a
so
a cool
fair
guy.
carny
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I
yeah,
didn't get
yeah.
like I knew he was kind of odd, but I don't fucking care. I'm odd. So, but like he wasn't like creepy odd. Like if this guy has a trench coat and I'm out of here, or there's a clock tower type
You know
thing.
what it
I
reminds me of? It's like when you run into a random NPC in Red Dead Redemption. Like this weird fucking guy at this weird stand. Just you wouldn't believe it. That's
And
pretty
I
I
don't
tell
think
much.
you,
he's gonna
man.
do it again next year because it felt like because when I went up there, he was like, I only got like smalls and mediums left.
Oh,
Like
so
he
he sold
sold
pretty
any
good.
shirt. I don't think he sold any. No
Uh,
offense to him. He's not listening. But
Why aren't you wearing that shirt all day, all the time?
I haven't even
Like,
worn it yet. It's white. I don't like wearing white because I'm
yeah.
messy. Uh,
I just picture Screech.
my
Screech
job
used
is
to have. I gave
disgusting.
Screech. Remember that Austin Powers shirt I gave you?
Oh, dude, I saw that online, but it's like
It's like a.
$150.
It's like a 3X.
When I make it big, that's the first fuck like another house or something. I'm going after that shirt, dude.
Yeah, fucking
Dude,
blowing all his money on an Austin. Dude,
explain
I
it.
gave you that fucking shirt, and you wore that shit all the fucking time.
Dude, the
And it was about. It had
on
holes
my
and shit.
bag, baby, and it has like this pump.
We just rewatched the first one last night,
Dude,
Holy
and
so
let
good.
me
shit.
Here you
let
are.
me
You're
tell
like,
you right
oh, but there
now.
you are.
That is some smart fucking writing. Like
I
Austin
love
Powers,
those
International Man of
movies.
Mystery, was way before its time in 1997. Like
Yeah.
he's cutting intelligent fucking jokes, but I mean, I always go to it, and it's like the fact that I really look at Doctor Evil's perspective, and it's like you pick up on things where he literally, when he says this shit, like Doctor Evil's like, where he's just like, no, Scott, we're just gonna, freaking make it obvious and easy for them to get out. He says it so perfect, and I'm like, the way that this man just fucking shits on the spy genre and makes it so much fucking funny. It's the best scene in that movie, though. I mean, there's tens of them, but like, when they fucking decide to hijack the fucking roller,
Oh my
and
god.
you got Michael McDonald. He's like, no, and like, get out, and
Did you
they run him over, and I'm
Move,
like,
move, move, move.
did you guys did you guys see like there's like extra credit stuff where like that guy's apparently getting married and his friends are all waiting like at a bar for him and they get the news that he died.
Oh yes, the deleted scene.
Yeah.
I did not see that. I
Yes.
did not. Oh,
Yeah.
see, but I mean, the comedy gold in there though is when he's. I mean, I think it's the most referenced scene is when he's in that little truck and he's backing up in
Oh
between the
my god.
wall, and he can't
Classic.
get the fuck out. And like you cut away from that scene and you forget about it, and then he goes back to it and he's even tighter, like, oh shit, I fucking forgot about that, But that's fucking crazy, man. But I mean,
Yeah.
holy shit, so it's a.
I
I
gotta
tell you,
watch
if you
that
ever
tonight
get a
now.
chance to go. I think what we need to do is we need to plan a time. We'll come up to New York. Screech will come see you. Austin will come. We'll go to the fair. We're gonna bring Uncle Paul and my uncle to the fair.
Oh
And I'm
dear
telling you,
God.
that's a guy you want to bring to the
How
fair
many years
because
of prison are we getting if we
shit. He said this year, he's like, I'm not going this year. I'm not going this year. What happens? Well, he ended up going. So, but I remember one time, like at the fair, huh?
we should have him on the podcast, my dad.
Well, listen,
1 month.
it's not out of the realm, but I
Right.
say it like this is like he's one of them guys like Uncle Paul. If you ever know my uncle, he'll call you out on your bullshit, no filter on this
Oh
guy.
yeah, dude.
And you know how at the fair you've got those like seeing this crazy, turtle guy or spider woman or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was this fucking snake lady at the fair, right? So the picture this, you spend $1 or something, and it's just Stupid. They're making a fucking killing on it. It's $1, and you figure, fuck it. There's 90,000 people coming. I'm gonna make fucking $100,000 for showing me this horse shit. So you're in there, and it was like there was this lady's head, and it was on a fucking snake or a spider or a snake or something. This fucking shit doesn't move, and I'm like, wow, this is fucking cool. And they're like, can you believe this story? You got a voiceover guy, and he's like, 30 years ago, she was born with a snake body, and it's like her mother was a python, and her father was a Australian outback guy, and they decided to make a baby. Weird shit out there in Australia, but and so you see, and it's like, okay, cool. And I said, Uncle Paul, this is the dumbest shit in the world. And then 5 minutes later, he sees somebody at this fucking stand, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, that person looks familiar. So sure as shit, he goes up, and it was the lady who was the fucking snake lady. She was getting food and a fucking and he's like, listen, I'm not gonna tell anybody that that's you, but that's pretty fucking cool. And I'm like, God damn it, man. Like, the fact that Uncle Paul could have just put you on blast. What do you think? It's the funniest shit in the world. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? And he's like, hey, listen, he's like, that's just how you do it. That's just the connections. And if we ever do bring Uncle Paul on, and if I can even just video, I'll call him in sometime on the phone or something. But like,
be on YouTube,
he'll lay his wisdom down on you. But that was a hell of something. I mean, hell of an article. I mean, both of them. I mean, you had billboards, and then it sounds like that was something that they'd put up on a billboard. Been stabbed at the fair? Call me.
Right.
Something like that. But
right.
To segue into the last one here is now mine is this is from July as well, but it started to get a lot of traction now. And credit to NBC News for this. So headline is Chuck E. Cheese handcuffed and arrested in Florida on charges of using a stolen credit card. Okay, so customers watched in disbelief as Florida police arrested a Chuck E. Cheese employee in costume portraying the pizza hawking rodent and accused him of using a stolen credit card, officials said. Jamel Jones, 41, okay, who was working 41? On Wednesday. 41 is, listen, yeah.
Working on Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese has good dental.
Yeah, it must be. In Tallahassee, police confronted him at the Chuck E. Cheese on Sharer Road, according to law enforcement. And this I love. Police officer Jarrett Cruz wrote in his report, I grabbed his right arm while giving the verbal instruction. Chuck E. Cheese, come with me, Chucky. So he's having a good fucking time arresting this guy. And he said the guy immediately started tense up, locked both of his arms forward. Now, I'm sorry you right now, but if I'm seeing this and I'm a kid and I'm biting into this fucking
That's great. This is great.
And Chucky fucking Cheese is getting arrested. My whole childhood is yes. So they and us, and if you can put it in there, I'll send you the article. It's like they released body cam footage of it, so you can see it. But he was resisting in his Chuck E. Cheese outfit. His big ass Chuck E. Cheese hands. Okay. Cruz told the mascot not to make a scene before the officer and his partner exerted minor physical effort to handcuff him. So there was the victim of all of this, or she, and I right. I don't, I won't say her name here, but on June 28th, she spotted fraudulent charges at stores she doesn't frequent. So her card, he was probably buying some stuff. So she went to one of those stores, got security footage matching the time her card was wrongfully used. Police said she recognized the Chuck E. Cheese employee making a purchase at the store at the same time as one of those fraudulent swipes.
Oh my God.
Right. So the cop went to that Chuck E. Cheese, identified the culprit, but he was not in costume. As the employee Allen suspected for stealing her card. The officer briefly talked with Jones, whom he described as very nervous during the conversation, according to police. So the cop left the restaurant to confirm with some sources and another officer. When they went back inside, he was gone, but the mascot was now in the restaurant. So he jumped into the suit so he wouldn't get caught.
I guess that's smart.
And they read the mouse's Miranda rights. Okay, before and he said, he said, I don't got no card on me. I don't use nobody's cards but my own. Of course, they found the victim's cards in his pocket. So, I don't know if it was in his
Rid
Chuck
of
E.
it?
Cheese pocket
That's
or
why
his card
he's
pocket,
now.
but he was booked on suspicion of larceny, possession of another person's ID without consent, and fraudulent use of a credit card 2 or more times. So it wasn't immediately clear on Friday. So this is, dating back when it happened, whether he had hired or been assigned a criminal defense attorney. But he was bailed out after posting a $6,500 bond.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's something that I think they're still going into. But yes, you can see the body cam footage. It was released by the police, and you can watch it, and it's exactly what you'd expect. A man in a Chuck E. Cheese outfit is doing his little birthday shindig, and his officer's coming up, and I'm sorry, but as a cop, how do you take that fucking seriously, man? Like, what do you say? Yeah.
Get home after a long day.
Rat.
Yeah, you put your head down. You're like, you know what? I finally caught that dirty rat. And you're like, what do you mean? No, not an actual dirty rat, but fucking Chucky. But think about it. I mean, now my question is, what do you think that does now to the fan base of Chuck E. Cheese? I mean, it's already been diminished over these
it takes a
years
hit.
it's been around.
Sure.
But I mean, you guys remember you going up to the one in New York, right? Up in Syracuse, we had a Chuck E. Cheese.
Time. Yeah.
That one closed, and then they made a new one up with like every
one
time.
on Erie Boulevard.
Yeah.
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 You go into
I
Chuck
went
E.
there
Cheese.
with my sister for my niece's birthday.
28th birthday.
Like the whole time. It was awful.
Guys, matter of fact, my invitation to my birthday in November is coming up. So please RSVP. It's going to be at Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
So make sure that you guys are here. But you remember how banging Chuck E. Cheese used to be, though?
Oh God.
Like you had the fucking
shit.
animatronic. You had the animatronics and shit.
I remember Fun Zone. That's really it. You used to go there.
Discovery Zone or Funscape?
Yeah, exactly. The one with where they had the Men in Black laser tag.
I think that was Funscape. Funscape, yeah.
Yeah,
it's where
it. Yep.
Drivers Village. It's where old Pencam Mall or Drivers Village is now.
I also
but yeah.
You guys remember that place over by where Kmart used to be in Mattydale? I'm getting off topic. Sorry.
No, that's fine. What place? What was
it was like this
Kmart.
No, there's like a place behind it, kind of. They had like
there was a movie theater there that they tore down.
But I think before that it was, or after that.
You're not talking about Action Skate a little further down the road.
No, not that.
Oh, no.
It had like this movie theater in the back of it, and it was like you were in like a ride kind of thing, like an alligator jumped out of the water and like it went black, and then you heard a burp, and then lights went up.
I don't remember. No. I mean, I remember at Funscape they had you had like the IMAX was one of the first big things that they were doing there. They had like a 3D or whatever the hell it was at Funscape, but like Discovery Zone was a big one we had up there too. Remember Discovery Zone? Like it was, they had it in DeWitt, I believe. And it was basically it was Chuck E. Cheese without the Chuck E. Cheese.
Mall, right, in Shop City?
I think so, yeah. And like it was Discovery Zone was big in the 90s, like it was heavy big. Yeah. And it was basically like go ahead.
No, it's more of an arcade, but go ahead.
I think we're glossing over the main problem here with this story, guys.
Yeah.
I'm jumping.
The guy in the costume
I gotta see this video.
Was a full-grown 41-year-old man in the costume.
Right. Exactly.
What do you mean it's not a fucking 21-year-old girl in the costume?
Why would it be? I'm questioning.
Why is it a full-grown 41-year-old man dressed up as Chucky fucking Cheese?
Because it's probably the only shit he could fucking get at the time, man.
Yeah, I guess if he's a credit card fucking thief, yeah.
Yeah, he probably sold one of those crack houses to somebody, and he's fucking saying, "Well,"
slashed his coworker, and then fucking put the mask on.
Nice tie-in.
It makes me think though, is like every time I've gone to Chuck E. Cheese, I'm like,
who the fuck is it? Yeah, dude.
Who the fuck's under that fucking mask now? Like,
yeah, that kind of ruins it for me.
Like, I don't even know if I'll ever go to it. I have no desire to go to a Chuck E. Cheese. pizza's really not that good. I mean, you can get some pretty good skee ball is fun as hell, but you can play skee
Yeah,
ball
that's true.
anywhere, But
Those
like
things
Yeah.
are expensive to buy. Oh,
Chuck E. Cheese was a staple, man. Like everybody went to Chuck E. Cheese, fucking
Right.
Kahuna up at home and everything. But it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you're right. 41-year-old man
That's
who's
weird,
dressed
dude. That is
in the Chuck E.
weird.
Cheese outfit. And yeah, right. My first thought is like, why is it a 41-year-old man? I get it. People need work. I'm not discrediting that. But my
Yeah,
first
but like
instinct would be
that's weird, dude.
probably not going to hire a 41-year-old to have
No.
to oversee a party of yeah, absolutely not. I get it if it's, like you said, young kid or something, young
Yeah,
kid,
first
18-year-old
job,
kid, first
it's
job,
yeah.
like they
maybe it
spin
is
in
his
like when
first
they
job.
shit, you're right. It could have been his first job. It could have very well been his first job. But I think to me, it's just like,
Obviously.
holy shit. Like you talk about everything. I mean, Screech's story, think of the different dynamics of stories we had.
Right.
Screech had somebody that was, cut. Austin,
A
you had
fight.
somebody that was about billboards,
Yeah.
and then mine was about, a weird man dressed as in Chuck E. Cheese and everything. And it's like
Yeah.
to see the different, and there's so many other wild stories out there, but to see and hear, the difference of stories across all the states that we're in, is like so many different things happen. And that's just, some of the stories that you hear, but like everything happens. I mean, all of these different stories happen, and I'm sure there's been 100 more things that have happened since then. And I promise, we'll have something just as great the next time that you tune in. But it's like, holy shit, is like, that's the world that we live in.
Yeah, it's
It's
quite
a
the glimpse. Yeah,
it's
for
a
sure.
crazy fucked up world.
I mean, I
I
couldn't
think it's
find
wild.
necessarily a really good crime one, but who's to say for October there ain't some crime
Yeah,
happening in fucking Ohio somewhere? There's a lot of shit that happens in Ohio. Ohio's kind of like, because Florida's infamous for like weird, fucked up news. There's a
Florida
lot.
man.
Yeah, of course. So there's like a lot of that in Ohio because Ohio's a really weird place too. I'm hoping I can really come through and keep delivering for you guys. And New York is a plethora. I mean, there is going to be
Yeah,
New
New York City
York
is one of the
news.
biggest cities, so
Yeah.
obviously something crazy is going to happen there.
So yeah, I don't know. I do think that we were better off sharing each story,
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I gotta say, guys, I think if we're ranking them, I think the Chuck
So
E. Cheese story
it'll
is
take the cake.
Yeah.
It'll
yeah,
take
it's
Okay.
the
So
top
is that what we're
story
gonna
this
do? We
episode.
we gonna rank our stories. Okay. So I'm 1-0 on the board.
Yeah,
It's nothing. I said I'm done, guys. I'm done. I'm not gonna be doing this
right,
anymore. I'm out.
undefeated. Yeah.
This
No,
is
one
it.
and
Yeah.
done.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
retiring
we can all back
undefeated.
our
No,
way. Everybody.
that's cool. But I think each story, definitely brought some like what the fuck moments. Like, and the whole point was that to get us in the conversation and to see there we may have gone off topic, and that's the point, but we're always going to wrap it up at the end. And I think that's the best part is each one of our stories, and if things happen with these stories, and I say we monitor them, if like anything happens with yours, Austin, of course, we want to know if they do take down all those billboards. Screech, if anything
Like an
updates from
update
that,
kind
and,
of thing.
yeah, and I'll keep an update on mine just to see if anything like that happens. I would imagine, if the body cam footage is out there, maybe something's already happened, whatever the case,
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna link them. They'll be in the
I
description.
feel like
yeah.
they have like him with the credit card, so he probably
Right. Yeah. But if anything further develops, how do we know that,
is
next time
planted.
we tune
Yeah.
in, he doesn't, work at like a crab shack and he's in a giant crab suit, who the hell knows? It's Florida, man. Anything's possible,
That's true. That is
but I
true.
think it was good. I think these are some pretty awesome stories that we shared today. Hell yeah. Those are pretty damn good.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys got a kick out of them too. I think I laughed more this episode than probably the whole month combined since the last one. So
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Hell
pretty.
um,
yeah.
I got a kick out of it. Screech, any final words on your end, sir?
Uh oh, okay. I actually have a show the middle of next month at the Funny Bone. I think it's the 26th.
Of
Uh,
October?
yeah. And I have stuff in Binghamton, but like if you show it's like the Crooked Mouth, there's like a festival kind of thing going on.
Okay.
I have to find the dates out, but I mean,
Well, hell
Well,
yeah,
catch
man. Keep it
Screech.
up.
He's gonna
I
be
gotta
at the
do
Funny
look up
Bone.
Crooked Mouth on Facebook, and they'll have it
Yeah.
promoted. So
Catch him down there, like Austin said. He's gonna be at the Funny Bone, making your funny bone jump out of your
Quiver.
body. You're gonna
more than
laugh.
it
You're
usually
gonna
does.
laugh so goddamn hard. Hopefully you throw the jump joke in there still. But
Oh yeah.
that's a story for another day.
Right.
Dude. So uh, we're crunch for time.
No, it doesn't
The
matter,
last
man. You
show
know,
I
time
did,
crunch.
the last show I did there, I was beyond proud of myself. You know how I used to have trouble with like hecklers. I didn't know how to handle them.
I wasn't ever one of those, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, you never looked at a newspaper with nudie magazines or anything while you were off on the corner being weird. Yeah, anyways, I really crushed it. Like this chick was she was drunk like beyond belief. And you like when you get really, really drunk, she started like laughing and it was cool at first, but it sort of started to sound like she was mocking me. Like she was like, ha, 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 ha. Like repeat, and everyone started to look over her way. And I had to say something. What I said out of context isn't like great, but I looked over at her. I was like, "What joke are you stuck on?" And I immediately won the crowd over. Like such a good time.
Nice. You remember you've played
I
some pretty
recorded
damn
it,
good
so
shows, man. You've had some pretty damn good
I'm
sets, and
getting, dude. I started taking like medicine to help my anxiety out, and it's like game changer, dude.
speaking of drunk, and I want to say with this, it's like you remember Screech. We went to a concert somewhere. You were there. It was you and me. It was you did I think they asked you to come up on stage and do a set.
Oh,
You remember that?
dude.
And
I remember the one singer from some band hated me because I was belligerently drunk. But I was,
there was a
dude,
there was a girl you
I
liked, man.
I
There was a
was like
girl
Justin the whole night.
there was a girl that you liked there, man, and you were like trying to impress. And you were, I think, I don't know if you were drunk or not, man. I might have been drunk. I don't fucking remember, but
I was
it's just,
hammered, dude. I
yeah.
was,
Oh, really?
uh,
It's just one of them things where, like, if you ever get a chance to see Screech drunk, it is a sight. I can attest to it at my wedding.
Oh God.
I
You
was pretty good
know,
at Dallas's.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bob was good too, but like,
I tell you, I don't. I said to, and Austin was my best man, and I said to them, and my wife said it too to her maid of honor was like, look, we don't want to be bothered with any bullshit, and we don't want it unless you have to bother us. And then just hearing the stories post wedding, I just
no one tells me
Screech
any
was
of them, which scares me. Like, what
Screech
did I
was
do?
on the fucking floor like a fish.
Oh
you
yeah, I saw
know,
that
and-
picture. That's on one of my dating profiles. I
oh,
think it was
perfect.
dating me is like this, and it's just me trying to do, and I didn't do a good job at the worm. I remember that. Yeah.
I had
It was-
to
it
escort
is-
Screech out of the fucking reception at one point.
Oh my god!
Be like, dude.
Tell
That's
you,
when I realized I should stick to water when you came up to me. I was like, "Am I being a problem?" And you're like, "Not yet, but you're getting there." I was
Yeah, I was like,
it's-
let's take a fucking walk.
and then I just got on the dance floor and it was fine.
Right.
Screech has a bunch of phases. Screech is funny as hell, normal Screech, but then you get drunk Screech, and then you get pissed
doesn't
off
care.
at concert Screech.
Ooh.
Pissed off at concert Screech is and you guys can't see us here, but I've been to concerts before where Screech will stand there and we listen to somebody go to the Lost Horizon. Shout out to the Lost, hell of a fucking venue. But Silverstein I'd seen there, so many wonderful people there. And there was a time where like there was this, and this guy kept banging back and forth.
Oh, this is
right?
that West guy. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, right. And Screech would put up his arm like, like don't back into me. And Screech is the kind of guy like he'll bounce forward a little bit and like he'll keep his arm up the whole time.
I was way too skinny back. I was like Holocaust victim skinny. Like dude
He's
was
getting
kind of
so
like
fucking mad.
Fucking karate block,
I was
dude.
gonna be like the alien. I was gonna be the robot from Aliens, dude. Just ripped in half.
I'm
Holy
telling you,
fuck.
man. Screech, one of the funniest people I've ever known, and it's just fucking wild that like it's just you have so many of these different levels. Like pissed off Screech is like he can get pretty fucking scary when he's pissed off, but then you've got like concert mad Screech.
But
and then
everyone's
you've
like,
got
I can
drunk
take
Screech.
it. And they're right.
Yeah, but you know what?
Look me
You
up
got
and
that.
tell me.
You got that hidden strength somewhere that you just find, and you can just unleash it. But I mean, that's the beauty
That extra
of
chromosome I
everything.
got, dude.
Yeah. But no, I mean,
That's anyone who has extra
I think
chromosome.
these were awesome. I think we had a hell of a good time here. I don't have anything left.
Nah, dude, I'm cool, man. This
I'm
was fun.
kudos to say goodbye, but I appreciate it. You know, Screech, hell of a story, Austin, hell of a story. You know, and I can't wait to hear what we have to say come next time when you tune
They
in
need it.
October.
They need to make a movie of your story though. That'd be so fucking funny.
The Chuck E. Cheese one. Well, write it.
Somehow they
Oh,
could.
I'd
I
love to see
know.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Bad Santa. That's fucking what it is.
Yeah, it's Billy
Yeah.
Bob Thornton, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, write it, Screech. I'd love to hear
Not
it
read
and
it.
see
Yeah,
it.
I know.
One thing I want to ask is I think we need to start every episode with a Screech joke. So I
Oh,
think,
God.
you know,
That makes me have
next
to
time
work, dude.
I telling you, I want to have the jump joke capsulated and kept forever. So I would like you to eventually
You'll have to
bring that
polish
one
it,
on here.
Screech.
Next month
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Okay.
beautiful.
So everyone's aware,
But
it's like one of the first jokes I ever did, and it's so I wrote it for a personal essay.
Jesus,
Yeah, that was a good idea for college.
it's wild how you didn't get in. Oh wait, you
Yeah,
did.
I didn't even apply. I was like, yeah, no.
OCC saw the title and they said just let him
You
in.
got to
Fuck it.
accept them. So
We've got a
Well,
special wing devoted to him.
in the meantime, guys, until October, we will continue this chat here shortly. Stick with us. And you know what? Above all else, at least we didn't try to sell you any crack houses.
It's true. Yeah. We'll see you guys at the listening party next month at Chuck E. Cheese.